Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the big show. My name is Mickey, and this is Mickey in the Middle, the quintessential show for Middle Americans where all Middle Americans are welcome. It doesn't matter where you've been, where you're going, it just matters that you're here right now and you embrace your middleness, because I personally believe that the Middle Americans of this country are actually going to be the ones that save it. We're nothing special. We're just people that do our day-to-day lives, and we try to get by minute by minute, and we're nothing special, but we do have the ability to vote. And because we have the ability to vote and occasionally have our message heard by other people, that means that we literally, if we get on the same page, we can actually do some good in this world. So so if you're a Middle American, I want to hear your ideas. I want you to tell me why I'm wrong. I want you to challenge me about every issue that I talk about. And the reason is because I may or may not have all of the facts. I may or may not have come up with an opinion that encapsulates all ideas. I may or may not be right based on the way that I see things. And here's what the thing is. Almost 100% of the people out there see everything differently. There's not a single two people on the planet. And that's the amazing thing about Middle America is we don't all agree that we don't even agree that this is a pencil. It's the nuts. They're like, well, it's not made of wood and it doesn't have any graphite in it, right? It's got lead, but not. Is lead graphite? I don't know. I don't even know whether lead and graphite are the same. So without further ado, let's do the Mickey in the Middle comment Olympics. So congratulations to Darla Stewart coming in first place with a gold medal. Hi, Darla. How you doing? Hi, Lane. How are you? Carolyn, Greg Ledger. Oh, my gosh. We have got a top three ladies again. So it's Darla Stewart Bennett with a gold, Lane Calcaterra with a silver, and Carolyn Greg's Ledger coming in with a nice bronze. Hey, and Nicole is not going to be on the video tonight, but she is going to be in the chat room. And hello, Susie. Hey, Mark, how's it going? So, and everybody else just want to say hi. Okay, so we're starting off the show the way that we always do, with a slight explanation of what we're trying to do here. And then we're coming up with corrections and another thing. So what I'm going to do is this is a correction. I think that I got video to actually make sound on here, but as soon as I switch to this video, I need you to tell me whether you can hear this or not. Because the simple fact of the matter is that I don't know whether you're going to be able to hear this or not. I hear it, but I got my computer on and the video playing and this restream. So please do me a favor and tell me immediately if you hear this. If not, so here's what the correction is, or this is what the clarification is. Ambassador Gordon Sondland was the ambassador to Ukraine. Remember Trump's second impeachment? We're going to talk about misinformation. This is going to be really, really important to the conversation that I'm going to try to have with you later. Trump's second impeachment, that he was accused and said that Donald Trump said that he wanted investigation into Hunter Biden prior to getting aid from the United States from Ukraine. That's what was said. And I said, hey, there's this dude named Gordon Sondland, who I would think would be kind of cool to have as my neighbor. He said, no, I misunderstood. They never said that, but that's what I told everybody. And then I said that I watched all the congressional hearing, and when he said that, I was like, what? And then nobody reported on it, so everybody thinks that Donald Trump told everybody in the Ukraine that he was not going to have a meeting with Zelensky, and he wasn't going to provide aid unless Zelensky, who was the president of the Ukraine, kissed his ass and did an investigation into Hunter Biden. So here we go. As soon as you start seeing this, please tell me if you can hear it or not, and I'm going to play the tape. Play the tape. Can you hear this? Oh my goodness. I can't believe I can't believe they can't hear it. All right, let me see if I can turn it up. All right, let me see if this works real quick. All right, hold on just a second. All right, can you hear it now? Damn it. All right. This is singularly the hardest thing that I've ever figured out in my life. I've been working on this for months. I'm so sorry that you guys cannot hear the tape, but you can go look it up. This is the impeachment hearing. You can go on YouTube and say, watch Representative Turner question Gordon Sondland's somewhat circular testimony, Trump's first impeachment. You can go there. It's right here on the bottom of this board. This is the name of the video. Watch Representative Turner question Gordon Sondland. Damn it. All right. So I'm very sorry about that. So here's what the official deal is. Here's what the official deal is. As soon as you watch that video, you will go, holy shit. That guy is the problem with the second impeachment. If that guy would have told everybody that he misunderstood or he didn't hear and he supposed and he presumed, then the second impeachment would not have happened to Donald Trump. That's the first thing. You remember Donald Trump's first? Oh, and that is misinformation. That is disinformation. Nobody in the news reported it. Nobody in politics reported it. Nobody talked about it on social media. It was banned from social media. So all of that misinformation, because nobody got to see Sondland in his testimony on the news and everything. And if you didn't watch the impeachment, you didn't see that. Number two, you remember Donald Trump's first impeachment? So Donald Trump's first, and I'm going to get to the point here about mis and disinformation. Just a second. You remember Donald Trump's first impeachment. Here's the reason why I'm saying you got to remember Donald Trump's first impeachment. Donald Trump was accused of colluding with Russia to undermine the United States of America and to basically collude with the Russians to overthrow us and be Putin's puppet master. This right here is a report on the investigation from Mueller. So everybody remembers Mueller, right? Everybody remembers Mueller. He did a 2-year-long investigation into Donald Trump. And that's what they tried to get him for, right? So they tried to get him for collusion. They tried to get him for rigging the election. They tried to get him on a whole bunch of different stuff. Everybody had evidence of it. And then we had to wait 2 years for this to come out, which is the Mueller report. I would like to go to page 6 real quick because this has something to do with it. 4, 5, 6. There it is. All right. Was it 6? Hold on. I highlighted it. Oh, man. I'm blowing it, man. I'm blowing it. Hold on just a second. interfered with the election. Oh, there it is. All right. Hey, look at that. I found my highlight. Damn it, I'm so stupid sometimes. Here is what Mueller said. Fourth, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. Based on the facts and applicable legal standards, however, we are unable to reach that judgment. So they're unable to reach the judgment that he did not commit obstruction of justice. The evidence we obtained about the president's action and intent presents difficult issues that prevent us from conclusively determining that no criminal conduct occurred. Accordingly, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it does not exonerate him. I'm going to repeat that. The evidence obtained about the president's action and intent presents difficult issues that prevent us from conclusively determining that no criminal conduct occurred. Accordingly, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. Do you know what that means? That means they didn't find shit. They didn't find anything. So they impeached him and they didn't find anything. And these are the things that people don't know. They don't know about Sondland, and they don't know about that paragraph. And the crazy thing about it is they looked for 2 years with a team full of lawyers. They had millions and millions of dollars that they could go spread. And then they come out with this report and everybody goes, oh, it didn't prove that he didn't commit a crime. Well, guess what? You can't prove that I didn't commit a crime either. You can't prove that I didn't commit a crime. I can't prove that you didn't commit a crime. You just don't commit a crime. And if he did, it means he's really, really good at hiding it. So, and one thing he said, hey, look here, I didn't do anything in Russia. And Sondland goes, oh, yeah, I told everybody that that's what you said. That's like somebody walking out and saying that I'm racist. Mickey was saying racist things. Mickey was saying homophobic things. Mickey was saying transphobic things. Mickey was saying things about all races. How can I prove that that's not true when somebody says it? And that's what Sondland did. Sondland went into Ukraine and said, hey, man, Donald Trump wants a quid pro quo over here, and nobody's going to get a meeting and nobody's going to get aid unless you start an investigation into Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. And everybody went, okay, man, we'll do that for you there, Gordon. And then Trump went, I didn't say that. And then everybody goes, oh, he said it because he said it. We know that he said it. Well, did anybody tell you? Did you hear it out of his own mouth? No, I didn't hear it from him, but somebody else told it. Everybody knew that that's what he said. Here's why it's important. Everybody in Ukraine, everybody in the State Department, everybody on the political other side said that. And it was bullshit because Sondland, if you would have seen the tape, just said that didn't happen. Second thing, to disprove that somebody didn't do a crime is a quadruple negative. And people get confused. We can't prove that he committed a crime. But it doesn't mean that he didn't. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck that means. If you can't prove it, then it didn't happen. Especially when I give you 100 lawyers and I give you millions of dollars, that's exactly what it proves. Here is why this is important. Here is why this is important. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a report, The Whole of Society Issue Part 2, brought to you by 2021 Public-Private Analytical Exchange Program. This is extremely important. I'm going to leave it about this size right here. This is from August of 2021. Combating Targeted Disinformation Campaigns. This is a result of the National Intelligence and the Department of Homeland Security, who provided us the opportunity to work together on very important and pressing topics. It would not be possible without the assistance of the Office of the Director of the National Intelligence Department of Homeland Security. We are grateful to the individuals from academia, private sector companies, think tanks who joined us for these weekly telecom. And then this entire report, which is, holy crap, it goes on forever, which is 48 pages. They have developed a disinformation kill chain. Did anybody know that today or yesterday, the Department of Homeland Security used this information right here to announce that they were coming up with, I got to read this because I can't believe the name, Disinformation Governance Board. The Homeland Security Disinformation Governance Board. They're using this document and many others that say that the United States government is going to start monitoring all communications so that they can determine what is information and what is not information. Well, how the heck is that supposed to work? How in the world is that supposed to work? Because I don't get it. Are they going to follow me around? Are they going to watch all of the minutes of this show to find out whether the tape that I just showed you, which is Gordon Sondland saying, hey, look here, no, I was just making an assumption. Nobody told me, although I told everybody, nobody told me from the White House. The president didn't tell me. The director of the staff didn't tell me. Nobody, the vice president didn't say, nobody told me, but I told everybody in the Ukraine that was wrong. So how in the world is the Department of Homeland Security supposed to know what is real and not if half of the information that's out there is BS? Not everybody's informed. Are they going to start labeling everybody's speech? Are they going to have an assigned person? Are we supposed to start ratting on each other? Because here's what the deal is. Snitches get stitches. And what do you think about that? This is one of the most crazy and insane things. They're going to start monitoring you to see if you and all of your communications to see if you are disinforming people. That's crazy. Nicole says, what research? Yeah, I have no. What research? Yeah, it's only tapes. And that's the research that I do. I go into tapes. I go into original documents. I go straight to the source. I always do that. You want to know what? Oh, and by the way, one of the things in this is it actually says inside of the disinformation kill chain, says inside, it's analyze the target, right? Recon, build, seed, copy, amplify, control, effect. And then you're analyzing, you're preparing the environment, share, tweet, useful idiots, manufacturing, right? Deny involvement, authentic voices, content deliver. This is their plan. This is the ultimate plan for how they're coming after you. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely insanity. It's absolute insanity. They got a plan to come after you. And they're going to be the one that's going to tell you what is the truth. So let me give you a concrete example. Let me give you a really, really concrete example. You say you believe in Jesus on a videotape, and somebody comes up behind you and says, Jesus isn't real. That means somebody in the government gets to decide.
Could you say that again?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
My phone. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry. My phone keeps talking, or my watch keeps talking to me. Listen, I believe that Jesus was real. You can't convince me otherwise. That's the way that I believe. That is a foundational part of my existence. It does not mean that other people can have a different opinion than me, but it doesn't mean that that has to be proven one way or another so that the government then has to make a determination about what is misinformation or disinformation. Here's what the deal is. Not everybody is the same, and not everybody is having the law equally applied to them. When you say it's your opinion that global warming might be a thing, but we shouldn't do anything about it, that's an opinion. That is an opinion of the other people that say global warming exists, but we have to do something. If you say that global warming is not a thing and that the globe has been fluctuating in temperature ever since it was born, that's crazy. Let me show you this. Whoa, wait, where is it? Where is it? All right, here you go. This is crazy. You're going to love this. This is more disinformation. Wait a minute. Fossils of giant marine reptiles found in the high Swiss Alps. That's a true thing. And they've got all of the evidence right here. Fossils from some of the largest creatures ever to swim in Earth's oceans, whale-sized marine reptiles called ichthyosaurs, have been found in counterintuitive place atop 3 mountains in the Swiss Alps up to 8,990 feet above sea level. Is that crazy? They found fish bones up there. They did. They found teeth and they found fish bones up in the Swiss Alps at 9,000. And somebody would say, that means that the Swiss Alps were covered with water. And everybody go, no, the Swiss Alps were not covered with water. Well, how in the world did the whales get up there then? Well, I'll tell you how they did. Tectonic plate technology. When the tectonic plates smashed together, it pushed the Swiss Alps up. And the dead fish that were lying on the bottom of the ocean went with the Swiss Alps up to 9,000 feet. But somebody could say, hey, look here, man, we found fish up there and they swam. And then you go, how do you sort that out? Somebody's got to ask a question, how did the fish get up here? And then somebody's got to go do some research. But until that happens, we have a whole bunch of hypotheses and we have a whole bunch of theories in order to get us there. One is not more accurate than the other. And that is exactly what I'm talking about in climate change. Nobody is saying that predicting the future or saying what's going to happen is news. Opinions are not. What you think about things is your own thoughts. What you think about listening to a doctor, what you think about COVID-19, what you think about global warming, what you think about trans people, what you think about religion. That's the crazy thing about this, is they're going to start labeling, and not just anybody. I can call you crazy all day, but the government cannot start labeling what is good speech, what is bad speech, what is misinformation, what is information, what is disinformation, misinformation, disinformation, or information. That's bullshit. We got to stop them. We got to stop them. All right. Proving the negative is difficult, if not impossible. Methinks reasonable doubt should be given. Should have taken over. Goofballs. That is correct. Thank you very much for that comment, Darla. That is very, very true. It's absolutely crazy. And then Nicole, she was talking about the Mueller report, I think. Nicole said, hey, look here. Those are dollars well spent. Right. They didn't prove anything. If you got 2 years and 100 lawyers, you better damn well prove something. And when you come back to the end, you can't say, hey, look here, we didn't find anything, but that doesn't mean he didn't do it. You can walk over here all the time and you can walk into my house and go, we didn't find Mickey guilty of anything, but we don't know whether he is a rapist, a pillager, a plunderer. He could be. He could be. We didn't find any evidence, but he could be. Could be. What a waste. George Orwell wasn't dreaming. Darla, there you go. Darla with a double message. That's right. George Orwell was not dreaming. It's the misspeak, the double speak, the ultimate speak. When the governments When the government becomes the arbiter of what is and what is not free speech, it's absolutely terrible. Hey, Don Schwinghammer, one of my favorites. Schwing, what's up, baby? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to introduce to Don, one of my oldest, dearest friends. But, dude, we got to get together. We got to have beers. I'm just trying. That's the key. The government gets to decide, not you. Here's the deal, man. How are we supposed to determine if we don't have all of the information? If they're hiding information, if they don't let us see the information, if they go, oh, well, we'll tell you what's right. We'll tell you what's right. We're not even going to let you disseminate or let anybody else decide. It's absolutely crazy. And then Mark Calcaterra finally says, what the government wants to do now is tell Americans what to believe. In essence, take away your freedom of speech, dictate what we will accept as truth. Does this sound familiar? Yes, that's communism. That's what all bad governments do. They start saying, we're going to do this for your own good. We are going to protect you. We're going to make sure that the bad people with bad ideas do not proliferate and do not infect the community. But that's what they did. That's what they do all over, right? So that's what they did in Russia. That's what they did in China. That's what they did in Germany. That's what they're doing in Venezuela. That's what they're doing all over the United States in these countries that have autocratic governments. You know, there's countries, there's like 50 countries or 100 countries in the world. I don't know what the number is, that persecute and find that gays are illegal according to the religion and according to the government. And Grinnell, he started something. Trump had the first openly gay person as an acting cabinet secretary. Did you know that? Did you know that Trump was the first dude to have a acting secretary that was openly gay? He's one of, God, I can't remember his name, Grinnell or something like that. He came on and he worked with Donald Trump to work with these other countries to get these archaic gay laws off of the books. Trump started that. And here's what the thing is. That's the way it should be because those laws are archaic. But if somebody doesn't tell them in that country, those countries are stifling free speech, and you're not allowed to say that in the countries. You look at China, you're not allowed to say anything about the Uyghurs. You're not allowed to say anything about the way that they run their government. You're not allowed to say anything about economics. You're not allowed to say anything about their money. You're not allowed to say anything about cryptocurrency. You're not allowed to say anything about Taiwan. You're not allowed to say anything about Hong Kong. They control all of your speech. And as a matter of fact, you're not allowed to be in China without your phone. They monitor everything that's on your phone. They've hired thousands and thousands and thousands of people to make sure that they are protected from the people who intend violence. They will come and they will snatch your ass up and they will put you in prison or in a work camp, at a re-education camp. And if you're caught outside without your phone, you are hammered dog shit. That is a true statement. That's how they know how to lock down Shanghai with 20 million people in it. They monitor every single communication because the government said they're protecting the people. And that is what's going to happen here if we let those asshats get away with this. So you got to call your senators. They should not have a Department of Misinformation. Oh, what the hell is the stupid name of that thing? The Disinformation Governance Board. No. Kiss my ass. I'll say that twice. Kiss my ass. Not your job. We have freedom of speech. It's not your job to determine what is freedom of speech. As a matter of fact, it says that the government's supposed to stay out of it because I got a book right here that says, oh, there it is. This book right here says, and I am quoting, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech. That means that I get to sit up here and I get to tell you that zebras have polka dots and cheetahs have stripes. I get to tell you a whole bunch of things that may or may not be correct, but F them because I have the freedom of speech and I can say whatever I want, except apparently fire in a theater, which is bullshit because if you scream fire in a theater when the theater's on fire, you're not going to jail. God, I hate that example. You're not allowed to yell fire in a crowded theater. Yeah, you can. You're not allowed to cause a panic, you dumb shits. I'm allowed to have an opinion on everybody out there. I'm allowed to say that Joe Biden is an incompetent nincompoop. I'm allowed to say, in my opinion, that this guy right here, Mayorkas, that came up with this, is a ever-living jackass and should be fired immediately and put on a boat and sailed out to that ocean and never to be heard from again. God, I hate that. God. And that's not a threat of violence. I just threatened to put him in a boat and push it off the shore. That's all I did. I didn't threaten nobody. Dumb shits. All right, I'm out. What the government want? Oh, and then Mark says, what the government wants to do now is tell Americans what to believe. In essence, take away your freedom of speech and dictate what we will accept as fact. That is true. Doesn't sound familiar. And then yes. And then, or during the flood that covered the face of the earth, the fish swam up and the waters receded. They were stuck in the mountains. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Maybe it was a flood of the earth. Look at Darla go. Well done. She gets it. Just like China and Russia. That's right, Don. I'm sure that flies in the face of what the government would say. And then it's called the Constitution of the United States of America. And with that, thank you very much, Mark. I greatly appreciate it. That is correct. So without further ado, I'd like to say, hey, thanks a lot for everybody being here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Thank you very much for your comments. It made it really, really good. Nicole, I hope your migraine goes away soon, and I hope you start feeling better. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. So without further ado, hit the like, share, and hit the notification bell. Tell all your friends about this. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Remember, Mickey in the Middle, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central, right here, wherever I am, right there, wherever you are. You guys embrace your mentalness because we need you. You guys be good, and I will see you later. And without further ado, good night, small one. Oh, by the way, small one's my daughter. Good night, small one. I love you. See ya.